Hello, myself Vicky Agrawal. I'm a faculty of physics. Today we discuss about the physical quantity and its unit. Basically, in the last topic we discussed the natural scientific law which happened for the natural phenomena, and you see any quantity which describe the scientific law, which described by the scientific law, is called physical quantity. We classified these physical quantity into two parts. As you can see on the board, physical quantity, and then it divided into two parts: fundamental physical quantity and the derived physical quantity. What is fundamental physical quantity? Those physical quantities which are independent of each other, which do not depend on other, are called fundamental physical quantity. And those which interdependent, it means which depends on other physical quantity to express itself, is called derived physical quantity. So you can see we divide it into two parts according to their interdependence. Again, if I will move to the physical quantity, how we describe a physical quantity? Physical quantity needs two things. One, its numerical value, and the other one, its unit. Unit, what is unit? An exact value of a physical quantity which describe it in a certain system is called its unit. As we discuss the fundamental quantities and the derived quantity, so you can see there are certain fundamental quantities which do not depend on other physical quantity to express. Like we have 7 physical quantity which do not depend on other. Like first one, the length. Length is the fundamental quantity which do not depend on others. Mass, time, temperature, luminous intensity, and the amount of substance. These are 7 fundamental quantities which we are considering, which defines the other quantity, but we don't need any other physical quantity to define it. And there are also 2 supplementary quantities which is known as which is known as also plane angle and the solid angle. So in totality, these are certain fundamental quantities. Whenever we need to define any other quantity, we require these quantities to express the other physical quantity. The fixed and definite quantity taken as standard of reference with which other quantities of the same kind are measured is defined as units. So according to a physical quantity, we classified this unit into two parts. One is fundamental unit and another one is derived unit. And as we have discussed, we need a frame of reference. Different countries use different criteria, or they have their own reference to measure the things, to measure the physical quantities. Like this, like in India, as we see, we use the length by biga, gauge, and like that. In American, they use meter, kilogram, second system. In Britain, they use FPS system, foot, pound, second system. So in different countries, the unit system are different. So there is a big need key we go with a single international system which is adopted by everyone, that is called SI system, international system. And in international system, we use fundamental units. For every fundamental physical quantity, there is a fundamental unit which you can see over there. For length, you need meter. This is a standard quantity, the standard unit. For mass, you have a kilogram. For time, you have second. For current, electric current, you have a quantity like unit like ampere. For temperature, you have Kelvin. For luminous intensity, it is candela. For amount of substance, it is mole. For every physical quantity, we have a fundamental unit, and then we use a symbol for that. For like in length, we use L. For mass, we use M. And you can see for time we use T. For electric current we use A or I. For temperature we use theta or T. For luminous intensity we use candela, CD. And for this amount of substance we use symbol the mole.